Hello, Jackal fans. We are back here with another Jackals series recap. I'm Michael Cohen here with Alexa Ramos and Andie Lakin. So, the Jackals found a way against the Sussex County Miners to split a 4-game series. Tough series for the Jackals, as they would have liked to have gotten 3 out of 4, but still they'll take the split before a big 4-game series against the Rockland Boulders begins this week into the weekend, which includes a trip to Cooperstown. Should be a lot of fun. But first, let's talk about the series against the Miners. Jackals come on strong on the first game of the series. It was a 7-1 victory on a Friday night behind Brian Ernst, who dominated with 7 shutout innings, gave up only 5 hits that day. Talk about Brian Ernst's effort.
Brian Ernst so far this year kind of been flip-flopping him to start. We've seen great stuff from him. And you know, he brought that day. He was just great all day.
Really was fantastic, as he got 5 strikeouts. Alexa, tell me more about Brian Ernst's start, as he really had his best effort of the entire season.
Absolutely, Mike. You know, it was his second time he had identical numbers coming out in that start. He went 7 innings, giving up only 5 hits, 0 runs, and 5 strikeouts. You know, that's pretty big. It's a big deal to match identical numbers. Big deal to come out and have just a straightforward game like that. So great to see his effort made there, and hopefully more to come.
Jackals did enough offensively, a couple of triples in the game, as you had Leandro Castro as well as Anthony Gomez getting triples, RBI triples in the game, as New Jersey went out to win by a score of 7-1. Meanwhile, we move right along. Let's go right into the third game of the series. That was another one the Jackals did win, as they won by a score of 5-3. Weird game. It was a back and forth affair between these two teams. The Jackals and the Miners. Miners took the 1-0 lead. Jackals came back, got 2 runs thanks to a couple of errors to take a 2-1 lead. 3-1 New Jersey. Then Johnny Bladell with a 2-run single ties the game up at 3 apiece. That set the stage for the man, the myth, the legend, Tony Caldwell, as he gets a 2-run single, or 2-run double rather. Thank you very much. As the Jackals take a 5-3 lead. Talk about TC.
TC's struggling a little bit this year. He's been really great as lately picked it up. His defense has been great all year. But, you know, having him bring this offense just helps the team. That was huge. It gave them the eventual win, the 5-3 lead, and the win.
Talk about Caldwell.
You know, Caldwell's a guy that's really coming to his own now in this midway season. You know, he's a guy that's been very reliable behind the plate for the Jackals. We start him off defensively. You know, I talk to Joe Calpicetto before the game all the time. He always accredits Caldwell for being just a machine behind the plate, and that's what you need. You need a guy that's stable. You need a guy there. So when he has his opportunities to make offensive statements like that, not only does that reassure us in the lineup and offensively, but to have just a powerhouse, Tony Caldwell really coming back into his own. It's a great thing for the Jackals to see. It's a great thing moving forward into the season. Yes,
it is. So those are the 2 wins the Jackals had. They did lose 2 games to the Miners as well. They lost the second game of the series by a score of 4-1. Kind of just a dismal effort that day. Really tough loss for the Jackals. And then they lost the finale. Disappointing for the finale finish, as they gave up 6 runs early in the game. They tried to come back. They had a grand slam by Mark Threlkeld, which you've seen probably on YouTube by now, but it was a disappointing loss. Still, the Jackals did lose by a score of 6-4, so they split the series. Now they get ready to go over to Rockland and continue the series against the Boulders. What are the keys for the series? Alexa, we'll start with you.
Well, you know what? It's something to build off, like you said, Mark Threlkeld with that grand slam, something that Threlkeld has been overdue for, so it's great to see that. And that's something as a ball club you have to pick up on offensively, and you have to move forward. So going into this Rockland series, I'm hoping to see them just eat off of that, you know, like keep the offensive live. Let's get runs earlier in the game. Build off of what the offense did. Take the positives out of it. Mark Threlkeld, Tony Caldwell coming back huge.
So that's where we are, folks. Jackals and Boulders are next. We'll find how we find out more about that series. Well, here's how. Go on to KNMLeague.tv and watch those games, or listen to us on the radio, because we'll be on the road the next 2 days, especially on Friday and Saturday, as the Jackals will take on the Boulders in games 2 and 3 of the series. Portal.stretchinternet.com/Jackals. You'll see it right underneath us. As well as the portal.stretchinternet.com/Jackals to listen to the broadcast. All the ball games as the Jackals are on the road, then when we're home, you turn on to, you'll see it right underneath us, KNMLeague.tv. We thank you so much for tuning in and listening. Of course, like us and subscribe right here on YouTube and on Jackals Baseball here on the KNMLeague.tv website. Also, follow us on Snapchat. There you go.
That's right.
At NJ_Jackals, or follow us on Facebook on Jackals Baseball. With Facebook and on Twitter. We'll talk to you next time, everybody. For Alexa Ramos and Andie Lakin, I'm Michael Cohen. Like and subscribe. We'll talk to you next time.